So I've had this in my head for like a month now because I've been rewatching Batman, the animated series. And through every episode, I've been live blogging it to my friends on our private Discord. That is to say, every episode with my blorbos in them. My friends think I'm funny, so I thought maybe I'll give this a try. This is mostly just for fun and also kind of a wild impulse. To be honest, I don't know if there'll be more episodes of this or if this is a one-off thing for me. I am unemployed, so I do have a lot of free time, but I also do streams on Twitch. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. US Central, by the way. And I also do art commissions, so I don't know, maybe I'll be too busy. Not to mention, I don't know if the disorder will allow me to commit to doing this again, so who knows? Before we get started, let me preface this by getting the cringe out of the way so the people who don't like it can scram. I'm a self-shipper, which means I look at fictional characters and sometimes go, awooga, and immediately make an OC that is essentially myself. Then I imagine, write, and or draw that OC, me, and the character I like, in an elaborate relationship of my own making, complete with mutual pining, confessions of love, navigating unique emotional dynamics, f***ing them senseless, and sometimes even wedded bliss. So that said, yeah, I self-ship with Jervis, though it's kind of a mix of the Batman animated series Jervis and my own variation. The Bat fandom kind of does what they want with their own versions of the villains, but yeah, I'm pretty attached to this iteration of Jervis. That's right, I took one look at this miserable pile of British loser and my first reaction was, hear me out! Would. I don't know, there's just something about a man who's a hopeless romantic to the point that he's willing to abduct his love interest that the borderline personality disorder in me just loves. What can I say? I don't make the rules, she does. Full disclosure, I also self-ship with the Riddler and the Scarecrow, though I fell in love with them when I was playing Arkham Asylum, but I mean, the sexual themes ticked. And what? Why did he do, what? Why did he do that? I didn't do anything. Does he just randomly say shit sometimes? I've never seen that. I'm a little flustered. I'm still gonna review their episodes, come on. Anyway, let's get back on track, shall we? I'm reviewing the episode Mad as a Hatter from season 1 of Batman, the animated series. We begin with Jervis making rats drink tea because that's how you start an episode of Batman. Jervis is a neuroscientist who's developing mind control tech under the guise of developing something that would actually benefit society.
Perhaps I can make you act a bit more civilized.
Apparently it's supposed to be tech that unlocks the brain's full potential and it'll cure mental illness and whatever. Sounds epic and honestly fascinating, actually. That's really impressive, Jervis. You'd be a fucking hero if this ends up working. Too bad, he's too busy doing this.
Ha! Bravo!
Then we meet Alice, the secretary that works here at this lab. Jervis does this adorable little thing where he runs his hand through his hair and smiles all shy, and that was the moment I fell in love, Your Honor. Alice tells him to act normal. Impossible. The boss lady shows up just to be a bitch and call Jervis a dumbass in front of Bruce Wayne, the founder and employer of whatever the fuck this lab is. Bruce, of course, is super nice, but Dr. Cates is mean and tells him,
You got off easy this time, Tetch, but heads could roll if you slip up again.
Gee, I wonder who she's supposed to represent. Jervis comes out all sad and miserable, and Alice tells him to cheer up.
Mr. Wayne knows what you mean to the company.
She says something super platonic and normal that even an acquaintance would say, and Jervis is like, oh, Alice, you're the only one that understands me.
Sometimes, Alice, I think you're the only one who understands me.
That's just what my boyfriend says.
Lol. Lmao, even.
See you after lunch.
God, can you calm down? Can you relax? Bro is out here going mad. Simply mad. He's talking to the rats about how he knows Alice is taken and that he knows intellectually that he should just forget about her and do other shit. And I gotta say, that's a really emotionally strong way to look at it, Jervis. I'm really proud of you for—
Never!
Okay, never mind. Jervis expositions us that he's been developing mind control cards, and that he could just make Alice forget about her
Boorish beau.
and love him instead. But he realizes that in doing so, it would basically make her soulless and thoughtless, and it wouldn't be real.
Not my Alice.
Yeah, bro, you're right. Not your Alice. She's not yours. Stop it, freak. But, uh-oh. Just when he starts realizing he's being a stupid ass, he hears Alice crying like a dying whale in the break room.
Curiouser and curiouser.
He overhears her saying her and her boyfriend got into a fight and broke up, and has a very normal, well-adjusted, and sane reaction.
Oh, fabulous day, Calloo, Calais!
So yay, Alice is single now and she's definitely going to accept a date offer. He says all this fanciful shit.
She's mine for the asking. I'll sweep her off her feet, treat her to a wonderful night on the town, and nothing.
But in the midst of his Calaying, he comes face to face with his illustration of the Mad Tea Party and subsequently the Mad Hatter and has a wait, I forgot I'm ugly moment. I think this was a turning point for me. Like, I was already a little interested after seeing the Mad Hatter in Arkham Knight, because I've always been a sucker for Alice in Wonderland stuff. So naturally I was a little at the character. But what really endeared me to this iteration of Jervis was the fact that I relate to him on some level. I remember hashtag growing up ugly and yearning for love, and as someone who still struggles with her self-image that's still a hopeless romantic, I don't know, for some reason this moment really spoke to me. He sees himself in this fuck-ass illustration of Mad Hatter on the wall, and internalizes that he's unworthy of love. To him, Alice is beautiful, pure, and unobtainable to ugly people like him. Historically, the Mad Hatter character is usually designed to be like this unattractive little guy to emphasize the creepy stalker trope, because stalkers and other bad people are of course incapable of being conventionally attractive. So there's just something about this particular Jervis that really caught my heart. I don't know, I have a lot of feelings about the use of ugly and or larger bodied people being portrayed as unlovable villains or otherwise bad people. But I don't want to derail the video.
What could a beautiful girl like her ever see in someone like me? How could I impress her?
You know what, Jerv? Maybe you're right. Maybe Alice wouldn't see much in a guy like you. Maybe Alice wouldn't be able to give you the attention and romantic fulfillment a guy like you needs. But a girl like me might! So he grabs up his mind control cards and he's off to go bother Alice. He shows up at Alice's place all dressed up like a fucking doofus and offers to take her out on the town, and she's just like,
I'll get my coat.
the Batmobile nyooms by, and some dorks are like, oh shit, that was the Batmobile anyway, look at those chumps. It's clear they're gonna try to mug- Wait, hang on, holy shit, he got them a horse-drawn carriage? That's so romantic, what the fuck? That's literally one of the most romantic things to me. My fucking fiancé proposed to me in a horse-drawn carriage, that's how fucking romantic I think they are. God, Alice, you're fumbling hard, man.
This is really a surprise, Jervis. You're so quiet at work.
Oh, still waters run deep, my dear.
Okay, loser. So the dorks walk up and try to mug them, and Jervis tells them to-
On your way, curs, lest I'm forced to teach you a lesson.
Jervis, no.
When will Jervis protect me from rapscallions with his flowery British manner of speaking? Some girls have all the luck. They grab him and it looks like he's giving up, but then whoa, he flips out the mind control cards and pops them into their bandanas. Thank goodness they were just wearing those. Oh boy, that sure is a good coincidence. He tells them to go jump in the river and they quite literally unhand him to go do that, which is honestly super funny. Batman zooms through Gotham and the police scanner says, oh no, there's two dorks about to throw themselves off the bridge. So Batman's like, okay, I guess that's my problem, and heads right on over. Batman tries to reason with them, but they're just like, gotta do what Mr. Hat says.
Stop! No!
Man, what a cliffhanger! I really think Batman's gonna die! No, of course he saves them and the cards fall off. Batman looks at the card and inspects it as his first clue as to what the fuck is going on. So Jervis and Alice are having dinner at this fancy restaurant. The place is empty and the chef says the food's on the house and a lady wants to take his picture for the celebrity wall. Because he's just such a celeb. Woo, wow, nothing weird about everyone having these fucking 10-6 cards on their fucking heads! He grabs her hand and she's like, don't. Fuck it, I'm keeping the laugh in. Then we're taken to fucking Storybook Land. Storybook Land. There's just a place called Storybook Land in Gotham City that's so ridiculously on the nose that it's bordering on silly. Whatever, it's fine. Accepting Storybook Land into the Hopeverse canon for Gotham City so that I can go there with Jervis.
You know, Alice in Wonderland was always my favorite story.
Wow, no shit. I had no idea, you fucking weirdo.
Do you remember the Mock Turtle song? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you join the dance?
Jervis quotes the Mock Turtle song in a dorky-ass invitation to dance, and he pulls her along, and the music swells up, and it made my heart all fluttery, and goddammit. Listen, hear me out. Sure, he's a manipulative piece of shit, and sure, he doesn't know boundaries yet, and sure, he's forcibly invading the minds of others for his own benefit. But is that so wrong? Is that so wrong in the name of love? Alice, you're fumbling so fucking hard. He's so romantic. Back at the Batcave, Batman is at the Bat computer using his Bat microscope to inspect the card Batley. Alfred wanders in to give his 2 cents, which of course puts all the pieces together. Love you, Alfred, you old git. Bruce of course remembers seeing this illustration in Jervis's office, which is just so convenient and cool for him. Meanwhile, Jervis is bringing Alice home and...
Thank you for a wonderful time. You're a terrific friend.
Until tomorrow, dear Alice.
Holy fuck, no. Oh my god, stop it. He's so cute. What the fuck? She calls him a great friend, which admittedly I thought he was gonna flip out about, but... he seems pretty content.
What a sweet, funny man.
Yeah. And then when Alice goes inside, it turns out her boyfriend is there, which, like, kind of creepy that he's just there waiting for her. But he's here to apologize, and they make up instantly, and they look so happy together, and oh boy, Jervis is not gonna be happy about this one, huh? The next day, he arrives at the lab being a love-struck idiot, and reminiscing on the previous night's delusions that Alice was super into him. And honestly, it's kind of cute. I mean, it's super cringe, but adorable, you know? He's about to give Alice, who is definitely now his super epic girlfriend that is in love with him, a bouquet of flowers that he has. And sees she's not there, and then surprise motherfucker, she shows up like, guess what? She reveals that her boyfriend is back, and apparently he proposed to her in a display that is comically over the top, a slap in his face. Get roasted, idiot. So of course Jervis is super into that, so much so that he gives the roses a big heckin' scrunch. It makes his hand bleed, and Alice is just like, lol, what? Your hand? I kinda hate how fucking oblivious Alice is. He wanders off like this.
Oh, it's nothing. Forget it. Congratulations.
And she just responds with, Jervis?
Jervis? Jervis?
Jervis? Why is he so upset? I don't get it. Like, girl, read the fucking room. This guy hasn't taken his mood stabilizers in 3 weeks. He's barely hiding his emotions as it is, and he's about to split on you. You are about to become the next 5 sessions of his therapy, girl. Jervis goes into the lab like, what the fuck? He says he can still win this because love is, of course, a game to be won. Can confirm, as a borderline, it is the world's greatest sport, making myself be lovable and be loved. Dr. Cage shows up screaming that Bruce Wayne is here looking for him. Jervis decides enough is enough and tells her,
Oh, do be quiet, Dr. Cates!
and putters off to do God knows what. Bruce wanders up to the desk where Alice is typing away, looking utterly smitten. Bruce asks if she's seen Dr. Cates or Jervis, and she's like, oh, they left about a half hour ago, I don't know. The phone rings, and Alice answers it, and oh boy, it's Billy!
My fiance.
Congratulations.
Bruce is like, haha, cool. Alice starts crying, and we can only assume that Billy said something real sad to make her so upset.
Sorry, Billy Milland, but all's fair in love and war.
Oh, you fucking dipshit. Alice comes home to her house just full of flowers. Oh boy, this would scare the ever-loving fuck out of me. Well, at least it would smell amazing in there as I'm rapidly having a nervous breakdown.
Alice, darling.
Ah! Jervis, jump scare!
I had to come back when I heard that cad abandoned you again.
How did you know? I didn't tell anyone.
God, okay. He follows her into the room and he's like, don't worry, Alice, I'm going to be your epic boyfriend. But holy shit, Batman is here!
This is getting too weird.
God, Carl, no shit.
What have you done with Marcia Cates and this girl's fiancé?
No, I don't like this game. Let's play another.
Okay, sure. You can just do that, I guess. So, of course, he has some goons that he's mind-controlled to do his fighting for him. And of course, you can't just have random goons. They have to be dressed up as the walrus and the carpenter from the narrative poem In Through the Looking Glass. So the time has come,
The walrus said.
to fight in other things. Of throwing chairs and ripping shit and Batman tackling. And why Jervis just fucking sucks at doing everything. Kaloo Kalay, we fight today. I'm done with the parodying the poem thing.
Why are you doing this?
For us, my dearest. Oh, believe me, I didn't want it this way.
Okay, then don't do it. Bro, there are so many ways you could be doing this instead, but here you are, choosing all the wrong ones. He runs off with Alice in his arms, and God, you are such a little shitlord, you know that? Look at that grin, motherfucker knows what he's doing. So the fight ensues, and when the walrus falls over fucking dead, Batman finds out that these costumes are actually property of Storybook Land. Which is kind of funny, because like, if these costumes are for what is essentially like a little fun garden attraction, why are they so deadly? The walrus straight up smashed through a table with his tusks earlier, like what? Not safe. Not safe for what is assumedly a family-friendly attraction. So Batman goes to Storybook Land and...
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. How I wonder what you're at.
Holy shit, he said it, he said the line, he said the thing from the book. I was waiting for the moment this line would drop. Oh god, I'm at a furry convention. The Mad Hatter reveals himself and is like,
Are you, the famous Batman, so intent upon destroying my happiness that you'll harm these poor, mind-warped innocents to get me?
which admittedly is a pretty funny thing to do to Batman. Like, hey Batman, you could just go apeshit on these people, but each time you drop one, your score lowers by 100 points, so good luck figuring that shit out. Oh my god, the prophecy has cometh true. Dr. Cates has accepted her role as the Queen of Hearts. Hold on, who gave her that sick fucking axe? Why is it a real axe? This place is goddamn dangerous, what the fuck? They kick Batman's ass because Batman's like, no, I won't fight them. But thankfully Batman has this, and it, for some reason, stuns everyone. I don't know, actually. Watching this back, I actually do not know what this did. But okay, Batman, sure, smoke bomb. Turns out Billy was the frog, and he works together with Batman so they can free the civilians from Mad Hatter's weird LARP cosplay party. Jervis realizes his number is up, so he runs off with Alice to the card maze! Okay, the maze looks fucking dope. I would go through this. When will Jervis dress me up in a cute Alice dress and take me through a fun maze made of cards that slide in and out of place to change the maze as you go through it? Some girls have all the luck.
You're mighty in Gotham, Batman, but in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter reigns supreme.
God, he's so cringe. Batman cheats at the maze because he's a scoundrel and will as a result be banned from ever entering the Wonderland card maze again. But it's a necessary evil in order to find Mad Hatter hunched over his stupid little tech thing here. Alice is zonked out of her fucking gourd at the Mad Tea Party table, and Jervis comes in swinging with an axe, which admittedly is a little bit hot, don't fucking at me.
I'll cut that cowl off your neck before you'll take her. I've waited my whole lonely life for her.
Then all you've waited for is a puppet. A soulless little doll.
Yeah, you're right,
You made me do this to her.
Bro, what are you talking about? Bro's out here going mad. Simply mad. Mad Hatter comes running across the table to kill Batman, but he just does this and it's enough to subdue him for now. Dumbass. He knocks over some card walls and manages to pin Batman down, and just when he's about to deliver the final blow, Batman notices the Jabberwock statue looming overhead and tosses a batarang, severing its rope and causing it to fall with jaws that bite and claws that catch, trapping Jervis beneath it. Well, look who galumphed around and found out. Batman goes snicker-snack on the mind control headband, and Alice is freed from her stupor when Billy approaches to remove her headband.
Alice?
Oh, Billy!
Hooray for everyone! They hug and Billy and Alice hug and
Would not, could not, would not, could not. Oh, could not join the dance.
What? No, what? That's literally how it ends? What the fuck do you mean that's how it ends? This is so fucking sad. God, what a fucking sucker punch to my heart, dude. Like, what the hell? The full circle ending of him continuing the Mock Turtle's song as the conclusion, realizing that he will never have Alice's love. It broke my fucking heart! It's so powerful that even after cringing so hard at how fucking dorky he is, I still felt like this particular reference was the strongest way for him to have gotten his emotions through. The way he shakes his head, mumbling sadly to himself as Batman just quietly stands over him and allows him time to cry is just so perfect. This is why this Batman is one of my favorites. In this series, Batman gives his villains their moments. He offers alternatives, tries to get through to them, or tells them there's another way before enacting justice upon them. This episode was such a great introductory story for a villain, and we get to see him for a good amount of time before he starts being a little fucking menace, and his intentions are questionable. But he's a little bit of a sympathetic character, just in that he's such a soggy, pathetic, sopping wet cat of a guy. You feel bad for him, or at least I know I did. Not biased at all. And it makes you all the more upset when he starts being a fucking moron later. Like, buddy, no, you fucked it all up. You're going mad, Jervis, simply mad. Some of my favorite kinds of Batman media are any that make you sympathize on some level with the villain of the week, and this truly captured the feelings whiplash for me. I went in like, wow, this guy is a cute, dorky little goofball. Oh no, he's a fucking creep, oh god. What? No, he's so tragic. Wait, no, he's just a fucking dumbass. What are you doing? Wow, I'm crying suddenly. Anyway, yeah, this episode was great. I mean, my heart is broken in several pieces, so that's probably a good sign. Alright, I'm bad at conclusions, so this is the end. Thank you so much for watching. If you got this far and are listening to me saying this right now, you're the coolest person on the planet, and I am now in love with you. I might do more videos. Working on this was honestly a delight, and it was a fun new medium to learn. Getting past the content ID claim nonsense was a pain in the ass, but worth it because I loved working on this and had so much fun. So yeah, I don't know, I'm considering more Batman the Animated Series reviews from the point of view of a self-shipper. If WB allows me to even look at their 30-plus-year-old cartoon. Or maybe reviews of other things, who knows. Alright, I'm out of here, keep it sparkly, and remember to kiss your fictional spouse because they love you very much. Bye-bye!